The house stood alone. Atop the hill, it loomed, a silhouette against the setting sun. The old house was a spectre of forgotten grandeur. The windows, like empty eyes, stared out blindly. They were covered in layers of dust and cobwebs. The once bright paint was now faded and peeling. The elements had worn their own tales upon its surface. Each crack and crevice whispered of a time long past, a time when laughter echoed through its halls. Now, only silence and shadows. The house had always been there, Anya thought, a constant presence in her small town. It was a landmark and a warning. Locals whispered tales, tales of tragedy and despair. They said the house was haunted. Anya, however, felt a strange pull towards it, a sense of longing, a need to understand the secrets it held. Anya was a writer. She craved stories. She searched for inspiration in the everyday. The mundane never held her interest for long. She needed something more, something with depth, something with darkness. The old house on the hill called to her. It beckoned her with its mysteries. She knew it held a story waiting to be told. She imagined the people who had lived within its walls, their joys, their sorrows, their lives, loves and losses. She yearned to breathe life into their forgotten stories, to give them a voice once more. One day she decided to conquer her fear. She would face the house on the hill. She would unravel its secrets. The air grew heavy as Anya approached the house. The scent of damp earth and decay filled her nostrils. She hesitated. Her hand hovered over the rusted gate. A sign warned of trespassers. But Anya felt a pull too strong to resist. She pushed the gate open. It creaked, a mournful sound that echoed in the stillness. As she stepped onto the property, a shiver ran down her spine. The feeling of being watched intensified. She ignored it. She continued up the overgrown path. Each step brought her closer to the house, closer to its mysteries. Closer, she sensed, to the story that awaited her. She reached the front door. The wood was weathered and cracked. The handle was cold to the touch. The door creaked open as if inviting her in. Anya stepped inside. The air inside was stale and heavy. Dust motes danced in the faint slivers of light that penetrated the gloom. She could hear the beating of her own heart. It echoed in the silence. Suddenly, a voice sliced through the stillness. "Leave this place," it commanded. The voice was deep and resonant. It sent chills down Anya's spine. Anya froze. She turned towards the source of the voice. A figure emerged from the shadows, tall and imposing. His eyes glowed with an unnatural light. Anya gasped. Standing before her was a creature of the night, a vampire. He was all sharp angles and shadows. His face was handsome yet strangely cold. His eyes held a depth of sorrow that startled her. "This house is dangerous," he warned. "Turn back while you still can."